Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Portland City Gym. Today, oh yeah, I'm still not editing this part out. Now you can see that I have a screen recorder, so that's pretty cool. Um, so today we're going to be going over the deck, that I am probably most excited for, and for some reason, is not working. What? Why isn't it? Huh? Hold on. Something ain't right here. Dang it. Okay. Well, luckily I remember the counts for most of the cards in this deck. Um, So, like I said, hello everybody, welcome back to the Portland City Gym. Today, we're going to be going over the Cramorant deck, which apparently all the numbers that were in front of the cards um, have been, moved. Like, they're still there, you know? But, yeah, for some reason they're just not there. Anyway, today we're going to be going over the Cramorant Aracuda deck. This is the variant that I built. Um, really all on my own. I haven't really gotten any inspiration from other lists. I know Omnipoke made a list, Zapdos TCG probably made a list. So if it is like subconsciously similar to theirs, I mean, great minds think alike, I guess. Um, so Cramorant, really cool card, basic 110 HP water Pokemon, weak to lightning, has a one singular attack, for one double colorless, or one twin energy, two colorless, as continuous gulp missile. You can discard any number of Aracuda on your bench, and then this attack does 60 damage for each one you discard in this way. So, in between however many turns, it'll take an accumulative 6 Aracuda discarded in order to knock out everything in the game, and we can knock out as much as 4. So, the main goal here is to try and just two-shot, sometimes even one-shot, as many things as humanly possible. So, continuous Gold Missile, of course, we have Twin Energy. I did opt to go for a Lightning build, so we use Tapu Koko's Dance of the Ancients. Another really cool advantage about playing the Lightning build is that you do have access to Dedenne GX's static, sorry, not static shock. You have access to Dedenne GX's Tingly Return, being able to paralyze, which is really good for softening things up, and then two-shotting them later down the line. So that's a neat little thing there. We have 4 copies of Aracuda. Again, you can't see it, so I guess you're gonna have to kind of like watch the whole video. Has 1 attack, Flock. You search your deck for up to 3 Aracuda and put them onto your bench, and then shuffle your deck. A lot of synergy with Cramorant. You're just going to get as many of them onto your bench as possible, discard them, repeat the process. Then we play what I believe was 4 copies of Jirachi Amazing Rare. Yes, it was 4. 4 copies of Jirachi Amazing Rare. With Jirachi Amazing Rare, you are able to look up, when it's in the active spot, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose one, put it into your hand, put the other one back on top. So with this, it's going to be a good way to search out things such as our Cramorants, our Aracudas, a Nessa you may need, or that game-winning Boss's Orders. So that's just very strong, and it doesn't put yourself to sleep. So you can use things like U-Turn Board, which we play 4 of, and Scoop Up Net. So that's very strong. Oh, and Switch. We also play 1 copy of Dedenne GX. Yep, 1 copy. 1 copy of Dedenne. Just Daddy Change is just a very powerful ability. Of course, you're gonna have 4 benched Aracuda, so definitely use Dedenne at your own risk so you don't run out of bench space. However, best case scenario, you're able to be able to cycle 1 Cramorant at a time with a U-turn board. So your Cramorant gets knocked out, attach U-turn board to Dedenne, go into it, bench a Cramorant, Twin Energy, U-turn board, and repeat the process. We also play 1 copy of Mind Report Mewtwo. I do play only 2 copies of Nessa in this list, which is extremely wonky, to say the least. Most people have been saying that you're going to play 4 Nessa, which I don't think is entirely true because you can play things like Ordinary Rod, which with things like Great Ball can be extremely great, especially later on in the game. But if you really do need to reuse a Nessa, you can Mind Report, use Jirachi to get what you Mind Reported into your hand. So it just has a lot of synergy there. Also, I mean, just it's Mind Report. You're playing Scoop Up Net. Why wouldn't you play it? We also play one copy of the Headbutt Tantrum Galarian Zigzagoon. Now, what I really like about this is that you can play, you can Continuous Gulp Missile for 240, then Leon to put an extra 30, and then Galarian Zigzagoon to add an extra 10, and then knock out an ADP. So that was kind of my reasoning there. Also, say, like Zacian, right? Zacian, discard 3 Arrokuda, a Leon, and a Galarian Zigzagoon, even though it'd be easier to just, discard 4 Arrokuda. And then we play one copy of Tapu Koko Prism Star to attach Lightning Energy more efficiently. So that's it for the Pokemon lineup. Pretty standard, I believe we play 17, 4, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. Play 16 Pokemon. Next up for the supporters, we have 4 copies of Marnie. You don't really want to be discarding too much with this deck because you want to be, like, all the Arrokudas that you discard, you want to be discarding with your attack. Also, with things like Dedenne and Jirachi, we don't need to draw as aggressively as one would normally need to. So we can afford to slow our opponent down and play Marnie. Then we play what I believe was 4 Boss's Orders. Boss's Orders is really going to speed up the process. We can easily KO Dedenne or a Crobat by discarding 3 Arrokuda. And just things of that nature can easily be discarded. Can easily be knocked out. So, what was that? You had an Eldegoss on the bench? Too bad. What was that? You wanted to, play Eternatus, but you had an Eternatus on the bench? Or just a regular Eternatus V on the bench? Too bad. Boss's Orders, Very, very strong. Always good in case you really need to one-shot an easy 2-prizer, because this deck is mainly a 2-shot deck. So when you need to one-shot things, Boss's Orders is there. Then we play 2 copies of Leon. Yeah, two Leon. Leon is a great new supporter. It's very, very simple. Just your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage for the rest of the turn. Just such a good card. I can't underline this enough. It's just so good. It's gonna fix so much math in so many decks. Eternatus, it's like Poison Eternatus is gonna get so much better. Mad Party, I think, is gonna get a lot better. Just a lot of decks that are just slightly missing out on those big KOs. Leon makes better. Sadly, that includes Zacian, but what are you gonna do, right? Next up we play 2 copies of Nessa. This one I remember quite well. Nessa, for those of you who don't know what it does, you can get 5 in any combination of water Pokemon and water energy from your discard pile and put it back into your hand. This is going to be one of the more primary ways to obtain our Arrokuda. Also, you can get back Cramorants if you need to. Of course, you will need to discard 4 Arrokuda, and then your Cramorant is probably going to get knocked out. So that totals 5 Pokemon, which you can all get back in one easy swoop. So that's very, very good. Like I said, we only play 2 because we can play Ordinary Rods, which I think are a bit more efficient because it doesn't waste your supporter for turn. Then for items, we play 4 Quick Ball because it's Quick Ball. 4 copies of Scoop Up Net because it has just amazing synergy with things like Jirachi, Mewtwo, Zigzagoon, Cramorant if you really need to. Everything in the deck except for Dedenne is Scoop Up Nettable, so it gives us a lot of much needed mobility. 4 Switch? Yeah, 4 Switch. 4 Switch kind of for the same reason. Dedenne's stuck, switch it. Mewtwo's stuck, Scoop Up Net, or switch it. Tapu Koko's stuck, scoop up net or switch it. You see what I mean. Then we play 3 Ordinary Rod. Like I said, with things like Great Ball, as your deck gets thinner and thinner, it'll be a lot easier to dig out those late game Arracudas, which, just like a pure 4 Nessa build, can't really do. They don't have a lot of late game recovery, it's just like burst through your 4 Nessas, and then hope that you win by then, which is not very, very good to me. But with the Minor Port Mewtwo, which we can use up to 5 times, it gives us a potential of up to 7 Nessas and a potential to, in total, get our Arracudas back. I don't want to do the math, but a lot of times, okay? So, Ordinary Rod is very, very good for late game, where you won't really have the ability to stream Nessas constantly. For 3 U-turn board, 3 U-turn board, this is mainly for our Jirachis, but everything in the deck, except for Mind Report Mewtwo, can retreat with U-turn board, and, there's really no reason to not attach it, unless it's like the only one, you know what I mean, right? There's no reason to not attach it when you're going to play, like, a quick ball or something, because U-turn board always comes back to your hand. So you're about to, like, Dedenne away your whole hand, just play U-turn board down, because there's really no harm in it. And we play 3 Great Ball, I believe. Yeah, 3 Great Ball. This is going to help us search back our Arracudas and Cramorants late game that we shuffle back in with Ordinary Rod. Pretty simple. And then 2 Communication. Yeah, 2 Communication. We don't play that many Communications because we only play 16 Pokemon. However, being able to say, hey, I don't want this Jirachi Amazing Rare, I'd rather have an Arracuda, just in that situation where you need to do that, is very, very nice to have. And I think 2 is kind of like the sweet spot with this deck. And then we play 4 copies of Twin Energy. I don't know why I moved it, but of course we're playing 4. Twin Energy, of course, is an easy 1 attachment, continuous gulp missile. And then we play 4 Lightnings. That's the list. That's it. I made this on Google Docs because, of course, new computer, I don't want to use Word. Also, Google Docs is just a little bit easier for me. So, anyway, that's the deck. Thank you all for watching. And if you care about the list at all, you would have watched because, of course, most of the numbers weren't there. So, Anyway, thank you all for watching, and as always, I am River from the Portland City Gym. Still not editing this part out. Hold on. This is a new screen recorder. I don't use the screen recorder that much. No, that's not it. Dang it. Was it Alt Z? Okay, yeah, it is. Alright. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I'm River from the Portland City Gym. Still not editing this part out, and finally making a video, and signing out.